Hi, everyone. So, this is going to be a reading for all of my Scorpio risings or to anyone who just felt called to be here. This was a viewer requested Scorpio rising reading, which I am always thrilled and more than happy to do. If you want me to read for your particular sign or you have a particular question you want asked, just feel free to put it in the comments and I'll do a reading for you. But meanwhile, this is for our Scorpio risings. So I don't have a lot of information coming through yet. So I want to ask the ancestors first what this reading could be about. So the card that we pulled says desires. So this could be a lot of things. This could be your spiritual desires. This could be your work desires. This could be desires in general about people, places, things. So I want to dive deeper into that and see why the ancestors are pointing you towards your desires. So the sign of Scorpio is a very deep and complex type of energy. And the rising sign is what you show to the world. So probably people around you feel like you're a very powerful person, but they probably also find you pretty mysterious. So that may have to do with your desires as well. But let's see what the tarot wants to say. Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Underneath, Nine of Wands, Four of Wands, Ace of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Fool. And underneath everything is the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords can be mental turmoil. It could be a change in the way you're thinking about something. Either way, it's not comfortable. So I'm getting a message here too that this may have to do with you and your own thoughts and torturing yourself with your own thoughts. So I'm getting a message that it might be helpful to get support from your friends. So if you have a good support system here in the 3D, it might be a good time for you to reach out to them. Or this could be contacting your ancestors and getting in touch with your spirit guides, that kind of thing. Just getting some kind of a support system to help you kind of get out of this, what's ever stuck in your head. But let's go through the rest of the cards. So I am seeing the Ace of Cups here and the Five of Cups here. So this is that Scorpio energy that you possess, that you show to the world coming through. It looks like with this Ace of Cups, though, that it looks like you are really being challenged by love right now. So I do get the sense that this is probably more about a romantic situation, your desires as far as that goes. But it feels like you're not really getting what you want. The Ace of Cups is showing in your challenge. So it may feel like you're having trouble with unconditional love or self-love. Could be something that we should be focusing on now. There could be issues with you getting the affection that you want or things of that nature in a relationship. So we'll see what else comes out. But there is this message coming through about self-love and that the importance of you to have that until you have unconditional love for yourself, it's really difficult to manifest in unconditional love from others because it's your vibration that pulls each other together. And if you're both vibing at a vibration where you don't have love for yourselves, then you're just going to keep manifesting more of the same. I think you have learned a lot of lessons. This Page of Pentacles is showing up here, and it feels to me like you have done a lot of spiritual work and that you're on a strong foundation as far as that goes, that you've kind of learned your lessons as the universe presents them to you. And you're really taking those lessons very seriously. And I think that because this Five of Cups is showing up in your past position. And the Five of Cups is always a card of suffering, grieving, loss sometimes. This can be an energy of where you're reminiscing about things, you're stuck in the memories of things. But also, because the Page of Pentacles is here and the Five of Cups is in your past position, it feels like you have really learned something from this past, from whatever this is for you, whatever the sad memories are for you from your past. You've used them to learn something, and then your perception is starting to change, which is why I feel like you're releasing this feeling of grief. This feeling of grief you're putting behind you. But the energy that you're stepping into is not so much one of grief, but you're almost stepping into this feeling of exhaustion, but not wanting to give up. And this energy that you're walking into is going to really disrupt your balance, your harmony, maybe even the friendships that I was just picking up on, because I keep getting a message for you to call a friend. There's some friend or group of friends that really wants you to reach out. This is a message for someone. And as long as you're standing in defensive mode and not really moving on from your current situation, I feel like you're disrupting those friendships even too. So that's a message for someone. So let's see what we're gonna do about this. This Four of Wands, this is interesting because I did a reading this morning for Palace in Aquarius, but regardless, the Four of Wands showed up in this same position where this is like the vibe that you are vibing. You are remaining in a really high vibrational state, regardless of the fact that you're struggling to manifest love, that you're releasing grief, and you're walking into a very exhausting kind of energy. Regardless of your circumstances, you're staying at a very high vibration. And so it does feel like you understand that a lot of this that you've been through with this person in your past, that this is there were a lot of repeated patterns. There's a message coming through that you really understand that there were karmic lessons involved. And that, again, is why the Page of Pentacles here is so important, because you've learned a lot as you went through this process. And I think that's why we're seeing this Ace of Swords here, which also was in my morning reading today. But this Ace of Swords is here in your environment because the universe wants to give you something. The universe is trying to pierce the veil and give you something that you have been manifesting. That's what the aces are. They're gifts directly from the universe. And in this case, it's a gift of enlightenment. It's a gift of inspiration. It's a gift of an idea. Perhaps a lesson that you have already learned is being reinstated right now. But this is really a reminder that you are tougher than you think. I got that message this morning too. So this is perhaps confirmation for someone. These are just very strongly messages coming through. But this is this idea that the universe wants to give you things because you've done so much work. So regardless of any grief that you feel, Five of Cups, Ace of Cups is your challenge, Nine of Wands is your future energy, regardless of what's going on around you, the universe is saying, but you're still in so much gratitude for the things that you do have. And that's why the universe wants to give you some kind of a fresh start, is what I'm seeing over here. So it looks to me like you want to take action on something. You're showing up here as the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords very much wants to get started on projects, ideas. They've had this, the Page of Swords has already had this epiphany, and they are ready to act on it. So this is what you want to do, but I feel like there's a small shadow side coming in through for you too here, that this is because it's something that's unknown, that you're perhaps holding yourself back from surrendering to whatever this new energy is that wants to come in. But you're curious enough about it, because the Page of Swords is a very curious energy. You're curious enough about it to put your faith in the universe, because here's what I'm seeing. You are manifesting in a Queen of Pentacles. You're manifesting in, this is a person who's showing up in your energy, probably someone that you don't yet know, because you're manifesting them. And you don't even know that you're manifesting this person in, which is really fascinating. So, but this is someone who has an excess of what you are looking for. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is extremely nurturing. And with this Ace of Cups being your challenge, it tells me that that is what you're missing. You're missing someone who can really nurture you the way that you can nurture them or others. And so this is a really good sign that these manifestations are coming in for you. There is a person who is in your energy, wants to come into your energy. And it looks to me like all you have to do is take that leap, that whatever shadow side of you is holding back from taking action towards whatever this new inspired idea that you have is. This is, to me, is like you just ride the storm is really what this is. These two cards are telling me. I mean, this one is walking across a tightrope and this one is standing on a cliff. And this is really just telling me, have faith, let your desires lead the way. Release whatever this old, stuck, stagnant, what is the word I'm looking for? Sad. Whatever made you sad and frustrated and exhausted, leave it. It's time to leave it because this is what the universe has in store for you. You're manifesting in this Queen of Pentacles, someone who will nurture you and spoil you and take care of you. You just have to take the action, ride the storm, and let the chaos around you just encompass you. Just let the chaos happen because the universe is doing it to help purify you, to purge this energy and leave this behind you. And you're becoming more and more refined as the minutes go by. Wow. So I would like to get maybe 2 more messages from your ancestors, because I feel like they're here and they really want to tell us something. So we have repressed emotions. Yes, I'm sure that is why we got the Ace of Cups in your challenge position. It does look like you're releasing a lot of this grief, but there is a need for you to really feel those emotions, or like I said, to really ride the storm. Let the emotions overtake you. Let the emotions happen. Because if you don't, you're just going to walk into this 9 of Wands energy. So it feels like let the emotions take over, no matter how painful they are. That's the only way to work through them, is to let them take over. And then you'll find that you will wake up one day and all of a sudden you're going to feel inspired and ready to take a leap, and your emotions are going to be processed. And then this Queen of Pentacles can enter your life. What else? Then we have milestone. So really what your ancestors are telling you here is to take some time to think about the work that you have already done. That this Page of Pentacles here shows me that you have been learning lessons as you've been going. This 5 of Cups in your past means you've released a lot of repressed emotions already. You've probably already done the most painful parts in this situation. And so I think that's what the universe is reminding us here, that you've processed a lot of emotions and now it's time to just continue to do that. It's going to get easier every single day. And the best is still yet to come, because that's what the universe wants for you. So let's get one more card just to close this off for you guys. So we have the Horse and Bluebell with Modest Fortitude. I love this. And the reason I love this, and it's very synchronistic too, because this idea of the 4 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, that your energy that you're in is very exhausting, but you're keeping a very optimistic vibration is what's changing everything. But you're being very modest about it. You're going through with strong fortitude. You're remaining strong in this situation. You're putting one foot in front of the other to get through it. But you're doing it in such a modest way that the universe really wants to reward you for all of your efforts. And I think that is exactly why we see the Queen of Pentacles and the Fool coming in, because you're putting all your faith in the universe. You're putting one foot in front of the other. You're working through the pain, and the good stuff will come. There's a person coming in who is going to nurture you the way that you deserve. So that is your reading. Please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.